Hello, welcome to today's exercises. My plan for the day is to do sitting and standing to really work on body mechanics for back strength. I might have to sneeze, so excuse me. Let me give you some caveats of warning. It is 90 some degrees in the house. I'm refusing to turn on the air conditioning, so you might see a little bit of sweaty. I'm going to refrain from lifting up my shirt though and drying myself like I would on the sports field. I wanted to dedicate it this time mainly for two of my bakers that are in at 4 a.m. because I work at a panaderia and I don't know how they do it. They're standing all day. It's heavy lifting. So I wanted to give them some exercises. Also, I want to show you how beautiful. My friend Dawn made these for me because I wear two masks to make my family comfortable. It's awful. My ears don't even, they're like folded and all this. So these are those extenders that you put on the back of your head, and I'll enjoy them. So thank you very much, Dawn. I'm holding this because Dawn wrote a sweet little note too. It says she enjoys watching the videos. So this way she knows that that hopefully that's the one she can watch and enjoy. Remember, I tell you all, do your workout or don't do it. Just enjoy watching or not. It's your workout. Do what you can. So we are gonna stand, grab that sturdy chair or the countertop. Listen to your body. Do what your doctor says first. More importantly, this is not the time to be heroic and test your balance and all. I don't want you in the hospital. It is hectic out there. It's harried. As we know, we have the coronavirus going on. We also are in major flu season. Pneumonias are setting in. I have a dear friend in with pneumonia now. Luckily, he doesn't have the coronavirus, but the bottom line is he still has pneumonia. Very healthy, my age guy. I'll stop babbling. Let's sit in our chair first. And again, thank you, Dawn, in case I appreciate it. It's so, oh, I'm sorry, I was headless. It's so neat to have friends that have talents. I've been trying to crochet them and it's a fiasco. I feel like for me, I could just staple into my head the mask. Maybe it'd be better because since I do work in a bakery now, actually, I haven't gained weight yet because I wear those two masks that I can't smell any of the food. I can't take off my mask as I promised my kids. So it's saving me calories, saving me money too. Let's get started with some breathing. Sit up nice and tall. Hips the same level as your knees, which is good body mechanics anyhow, or your hips a little higher. My bakers, they stand all day. I don't know how they do it. I want them in a tall stool, so I'm gonna find something to use for them. Sitting up nice and tall, belly into spine. Whatever should not be touching that chair, use your inner muscles, pick it up. I will call it your elevator muscles, because if my kids ever found out that I talk about the parts, they wouldn't be handling it very well. So let's pull our chest open, lift like right here. Try to think of right between your breastbone area, lift it a little proudly. However, I don't want an upper arch back. But most of us, especially now, it seems like a little depression might be setting in. So we're kind of allowing that slump look. So nice and tall, belly into spine, like I said. I want the hips level, but I want you to feel like all of this is being stretched. We remember when you were a little kid in your crib and you'd be like, or you have kids, like, let me up, and then they yanked you up, but you weren't quite, you were too heavy for them, and it stretched. That's the fill. Elongate. Take your shoulders now up into your ears, down your back, and then glue them. Glue your shoulder blades together. So probably at this point, you're super uncomfortable, so remember to breathe. And then take your chin that's now hanging forward, pull it straight back. So it's like a tabletop. You'll probably feel a little tension in the bottom of your head. That's all tight. That's why if you have headaches, the frontal headaches, it's probably back there. Okay. I say okay a lot because I'm trying to get myself to stop babbling. Okay, moving on. Inhale, lift your arms overhead, keeping the strong posture, and exhale. Remember, keep everything tight, no movement. Inhale, and exhale. Let's try some of the breaths. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Inhale, exhale. Make it very audible, provided you're not spitting on somebody. Inhale. Last time, exhale. I want to take now my one leg, pull it up to your chest. Try to round out. This is kind of different for me. So if you have knee problems, don't grab up here. Grab under your thigh. Pull it up. Allow, so belly's into spine. Allow a little bit of an unarch. What happens with back people, or like my bakers, they get tired, their stomach muscles stop working during the day, or it's unconscious, and they get this ridiculously labored arch. That's just jamming the spines that you feel back here into each other. So let's take one knee up. Go with the width that you need. Sometimes it hits the groin bone, the pelvic bone, so go wide. I can't. My mama raised me better than that, though. If I'm gonna be focusing on you, So even this, though, you're breathing, but you are staying controlled. Your parts are lifted. Your belly into spine. We're gonna hold it for a while. Get used to it. See if you can just get the little motion back up. Remember, if your hips, well, if you've had total hip replacement, it's brand new. You should be doing this anyhow. But if you are uncomfortable, keep it as low as you want, right? Grab under. Resist the urge to pull your leg like that. Pull your shoulders down and back. I'm thinking of my dear sweet mom Joanne out there with her shoulder injuries. We want to not kick in those shoulder muscles. It should be an arm muscle. Let's hold for one more breath in and a breath out. Good. Again, sit up nice and tall. Gather the opposite leg, bring it towards your chest. I am funky weird looking. This is that perfect example. This one I could maintain pretty tall. This one I totally lost my posture. I am very rotated in the pelvis today. My physical therapy friends, if you're doing this or if you've had back injuries, you'll know what I'm talking about. I feel like, aha, this is going to be a good day. I came into the recording just hot, not realizing I just got home from work. So I'm not feeling the aches and pains yet. I have that adrenaline. Plus, let's be honest, with 2 masks wearing all day, there's not a lot of oxygen up in the brain. I do the best I can, but now in case my bosses are listening to me, they'll be like, what? We pay you? Well, I'd rather my family allow me to go out there, so if that's what it takes. So we're going to hold for 2 more breaths, and I think that levels it out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Bring that leg down. Level out your hips. Don't allow anything from here to move. Pretend that you have the tightest lap belt on that presses down your thighs. I want you to lift one arm and bring your armpit, your underarm, way up high to the sky. I am so glad you cannot smell my armpit. It's bad if you can smell your own self. I want you to feel nice and tall. Keep your parts in. Get the arch. If you've kind of slacked off, we don't want an overarch, we want the neutral arch. Bring the shoulder that is hanging out down low, down and back. I'm holding here on my hip to remind me. If this is hurting your shoulders though, do drop your arm. Let's take our gaze now down maybe at a 45-degree angle to save our necks. So while we're here, get the chin, triple chin. That's a lovely look. So you feel a nice stretch. We might as well do everything at one time. As we're here as well, I want to feel like I'm getting somebody to traction my head. So kind of get that elongation, get it in your trunk as well as get it into your neck. I'm just keeping, oh, I don't want to do that because I don't want you to think that I'm trying to get range of motion in my neck. I don't like when people put their hand on their head and try to yank themselves. Good, and come on back up. Did you feel that on the side that you were kind of twisting over? Okay, remember, level everything. Let's get our toes involved. If you're barefoot, spread them out, or even in your shoes, spread them out. And then lift up your inner arch. We always like walk kind of flat, the flat-footed. This is a good time to work that intrinsic foot muscles. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, that lap belt is restrained as if you're in this great amusement park. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders down and back, parts are lifted. Lifting the other arm, reset the shoulder though. And then I'm gonna take my other arm to hold to my hip to remind me to lift up and over. I'm pulling down my top arm. If you feel more comfortable though, keep it up. So, let's keep our knees in one spot, shoulders in the other. I feel like I look like a lifeguard. Huh. I look so tan in here. I'm hot and sticky and sweaty. But if you guys watch my videos where I try to do swim motions, you know I'll drown. So I'm not a lifeguard. Okay, let's save our necks now. Look down at a diagonal. Think though of elongating your trunk and elongating your neck. This is supposed to be beach music. I don't feel very beachy listening to it. And come on back up. Beautiful. Let's lift one leg now up and cross it, allowing that ankle to rest on that knee. This cross, if it's uncomfortable or if the doctor's told you not to do it, you know the drill. Come on down, right? We do want to sit up nice and tall. We've talked about you could sit way in the back by your tailbone, or you could sit way in the front, so you're kind of cramming on all the front parts, or you could find a happy medium. Find that happy medium. Belly into spine, parts are lifted. I'm going to sit up nice and tall. Let's open the hip first. With your hand, just allow your knee to drop out to the side. Don't force it. If you're feeling a pinch in your behind or your joints in the back by your tailbone, don't do this one. If you're feeling that, we want to gap it, go the other way, and we'll meet you there. Sit up taller than I am, please. Nice. Keeping this top leg, now I want the knee over, up, aiming toward that shoulder until I feel like that spot where they used to do the shot in the behind. I hated my pediatrician. My dad thought the funniest story was when we're in the waiting room, our pediatrician used to give the shots. My kids the poor nurses have to do it. But the pediatrician walked by the doorway and he had a shot in his hand. I don't care if he was walking anywhere. I knew he was coming after me. So I yelled at the top of my lungs. And my dad happened to take me that time and he was mortified. And he actually started laughing. I thought he would yell at me, but I don't think he ever took me again to the pediatrician. How are you feeling with this? Good? Let's hold it for another 3 breaths. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Don't crank on this part though. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Last time, in through your nose and out through your mouth. The people that have the shooting pains down in their legs, it's normally a tight behind muscle. That's why we're really working on this. Here, let me set you up and then I'll babble. So sit up nice and tall, belly into spine, that neutral area right in the middle, not too back, not too front. Shoulders down and back, chest is open, looking proud, triple chins. Allow the gravity to bring your thigh down, your knee down. What I was saying is that shooting pain, often it's because you're tight in the back of the thigh, or the sciatic nerve actually pierces through a muscle in your behind, which is the same muscle that the doctors would give us shots. Do you see this theme? The doctor should not have given us shots in our behind. Enough said. Now my pediatrician, as far as I know, well, I hope he's still alive. He's in Hawaii now. I should go visit him with a giant shot. Okay, sitting up taller. Let's take that knee now and go toward the opposite shoulder. Watch your posture, belly into your spine, that direction. Don't be looking pregnant. And we just want to feel a gentle stretch there. Oh, Waikiki Beach. Did I Love Lucy go to Waikiki Beach? I think so. So I've been practicing my Spanish. I won't do that to you guys. But sometimes customers are muy loco. Muy loco. And so I've been trying to learn. But today's been one of those a crazy crowded day at work. And I had to talk to myself a lot because I needed myself to be sane. Now you're getting me babbling. And then probably after this, it's definitely shower time so I don't make anybody pass out if I want to wave at them or something. And then I'll be crashing probably. Let's bring this leg back down. We'll do other things and then we're going to stretch the back of our thigh. Let's make sure we do that. So I am doing it at a diagonal just so you can see a little bit of what's going on. My belly's in the spine. I'm lifting my elevator parts up, shoulders down. Watch the triple chin. We're going to pretend there's no movement in here and no movement in the legs. The pivot point is just your hips. Forward and backwards. That's it. Forward and backwards. I think what would be nice is if we held maybe the chair just as a little cue to keep our shoulders not helping. Shoulders like to help a lot. A lot of people also have the headaches, right? Neck aches. If you have a low back ache, it is common to get a neck ache because if your lower back doesn't feel good, it all sits on each other, right? So if you're low back, you're guarding that, you're taking it in your neck too. We're gonna work right now just the stomach muscles, the cueing of our posture, and we're adding a little flexibility to the behind muscles. And a little strength coming back. But you could add like 9 billion and 18, 400,000. You can count your reps. Count them loudly so everybody gives you credit at the house. We're going to take this now, last time for this. Next time we're going to take it a little bit faster so it propels us up off the seat just a little. Ready? Up and down. Up and down. Belly into spine. Shoulders are back. Right, watch your neck muscles. Watch that the chair doesn't slip away from you either. So if you need to hold on, it's absolutely fine to hold on to the chair. It is your workout. If you want to challenge yourself, get into those soft, fluffy couches that we all probably have had in our house. The ones that like collapse you in. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And sit on down. I'm thinking now would be a good time. We could catch our breath. That's a big breather. So I'm sitting toward the edge of my chair. I just happen to be in the front. We're trying to aim one knee off the chair, pointing to the ground. which goes under the hip, under the shoulder, and pull back your ear. Everything's in one direction. You should be feeling at the front of your thigh and the front of your hip. Oh, I thought my watch gave me credit for swimming. Let's change ways in 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming the other way. Sitting up nice and tall. Belly button into spine again. Get the knee, the hip, the shoulder, the ear in line. Shoulders up and back. And look one direction. So my confession is I do record every day because of the uploading time of YouTube. Today is actually Saturday and you're going to see it on Sunday. I'm wearing the same clothes as I did the breathing exercises yesterday because they were barely dirty and I was too lazy to get others. And frankly, you've seen all my workout clothes that have no logos on them already. Okay, we're going to hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Come to the back of your chair, grab a countertop. Let's do a few minutes. You are going to see my knees more flexed than they need to be, but I don't want to become the headless horseman. So you can, oh, it works. This, however, my husband's just a half an inch taller than me. He wanted me to walk down our wedding aisle almost 26 years ago like that, so he looked taller than me. That didn't go well. Okay. Belly, okay means shut up, Stacy. Belly into spine. Splay, you're going to go hips width distance apart. Splay your toes, even if they're in shoes. And then try to get the inner arches lifted a little. Let's try not to sag everything. Belly into spine, shoulders are nice and pulled back and down. Lift the elevator parts. A lot of us work on the stomach muscles and we're like donuts. You squish the inside and things come out both directions, right? So that's why I'm very emphatic. Okay, I'm turning so you could see. I want us now to sit back as if we're into a giant bar stool and back up. As you come down, you're working your stomach muscles. As you lift up, I want you to tighten your behind muscles. Notice what happens to your chin too. As you're coming down, are you out and then back? If you are one of these people, that's where your headache comes from. That's where your neck aches. So this is practice. Pull it in, no movement, and back up. Pull your chin in, no movement, and back up. I'm coming forward now. You stay, remember, hold on if you need to. What I want us to work on now is we're in the bar stool. Are your knees touching? Don't let your knees touch. If you could go down 2 inches with control and back up, be so proud of those 2 inches. If you want to go further down, that's fine. For my maniacs out there, which is not me, you can do it one-legged and then come back up. That is not me. I think you guys are insane. We'll pretend that there's no oxygen in my brain still, huh? How are you doing? Watch that chin, watch the shoulders. Watch your knees, don't let your knees touch. Good. We're gonna do 2 more. If you want to continue, pause me and go 9 billion, 10 billion. It doesn't matter. Nice. And come back to your chair. This time I do want us all with the chair because I want us to try to just hinge here. Belly's into spine, hinging. So hold on to your chair, whatever. As you're down though, pull your chin back. Use the resistance. We want the line. And then I want the front leg, oh, I ran out of room. I want to lift and back, lift and back. As I'm coming back, I might be losing the range of motion in my thigh. So it doesn't matter We want a stomach tight. Go back as far as you can with that leg. We want to engage the behind muscles and the back of the leg muscles. Watch your posture. We're not going to hang out here too long. Look at the knee, the standing leg. Is it holding well? How is the foot? Splay out your toes. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Is that not a killer for even the standing leg? So I have moved my chair. Now I have the counter. Again, find a comfortable spot, hips width distance apart. Lean down toward the counter. I don't want you so low that you feel a stretch back here though. Pull your chin in though. Shoulders down and away from your ears. Belly into spine. Bring that front, oh, in the standing leg, I should have told you on the last one, I'm sorry. Let it bend a little bit. Okay, so we're in a weird posture, but the goal is to lift the leg that you didn't lift already. And to feel the kicking in of the behind muscle and the other, the back of your thigh muscle. It's, most of us have one strong side and one weak. And as I'm filming this, I'm always wishing that I had started on the other side, like this side for you, so I could cue, because I'm realizing now that I have a weaker hip on this side that I'm standing on, that it actually is trying to throw me through the bathroom door. So I'm really trying to focus on keeping my knee, my ankle, and my hip all in one line. Belly into spine. Focus on getting your chin in a good spot. Luckily, we're just doing 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Oh, thank God. Now, when I worked in an outpatient orthopedic clinic, I looked great because I got in a workout with everybody because nobody would do it by themselves. It was kind of silly. And then as the years went on, they just lied to me and said that they did it, but you could tell. Okay. Okay, enough babbling again. What a weird thing to start. So let's get our elbows out, our shoulders forward, kind of like we're a giant beach ball, and then broaden. I don't know how to show it. Pull in, pull out, so you're like allowing, like you're a basket for a basketball. And then bounce it out with your chest. Boom! Pull in and bounce it out. Okay, I want to show you a disclaimer. I'm not as strong as the screen looks right here. It's not. It's, I think it's a shadow. So, although I am getting in shape with you guys, but this is I was looking back to some of my original videos, and one arm always looks stronger because I have a skylight above, and it shadows differently through the days. How are you doing? Are you bouncing out your chest? Let's change in 2, in 1. I hope every day that you work with me, you find something different. You come back to videos that resonate better with you and others, or you just hang out and giggle with me, like my friend Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Let's finish by lifting and stretching the backs of our legs. So bring one leg forward, flex your foot so your toes are coming up towards your shin bone, belly into spine, parts are lifted. Nice, beautiful selfie chin tuck, shoulders away from the ears. I am sitting in front at the front of my chair because it cuts through my thigh. If you have a better chair than me, then that's fine. I'm reaching underneath my thigh, catching it with my hands, pulling my leg up, and then I'm trying to straighten as much as my leg will allow, my knee will allow, without compromising my movement of my spine or my shoulders. And then let's point and flex, point and flex. Why? Because we can. There's a test that is called a slump test that we use as physical therapists. It's kind of this idea, then one extra motion that we're going to avoid because it has had people pass out. So that's why I'm super encouraging you, hint, 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 to sit up nice and tall, please. You can look it up. If you're, we have a lot more time in our hands right now to look up the test. I'm not going to repeat what the test is called though. Let's change in 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower down. Sitting up again nice and tall, double, triple chin it, grab underneath the other leg. Oh, pull it out first, I'm sorry. Flex your toes toward your shins, grab underneath the leg, set your shoulders well, and then lift that leg. People with back injuries could only lift it like they're pretty much sitting in a chair at all times. If you think about the motion of you're sitting in a chair, but then you get your feet planted on the ground, I'll show you. You're still like this. Well, we can't walk around. Well, some people walk around like that. But what they do is they overarch their back to compensate for the tight thighs. Point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Last time. Come on back down. We're going to take just 2 times. When we get to the bottom, I'll cue you to come up so you're not missing anything. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, slowly bring your chin to your chest. Roll down, so your goal is to get stomach between your thighs or on your thighs. Roll, 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 and stay down here. Feeling the stretch on your low back, as well as the weight of your head kind of allowing a traction. Try to breathe in this. Notice though if you become lightheaded, especially if you get up, because the blood's rushing to our heads now, so be very careful. If you also have high blood pressure, this is not the motion you want to be in. Or postural hypotension, hypo. I'm going to use my hands now, putting them onto my thigh, and slowly, slowly, slowly inhale and roll up to a full sit, and exhale. Catching the spots of the darkness. Remember, I want you safe. Be safe. Let's do it one last time, and then we'll breathe and say, see you later. Hasta luego. See? Inhale. Exhale, start to roll down. Roll, 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 roll down. Stay down here, relax. I'll cue you. It'll be about 3 good breaths. I really like this posture. And last inhale. And last exhale. I'm putting my hands again on my thigh, belly into spine, lifting myself up. Regather. Sit yourself up when you're able. Nice and strong. Belly into spine, lift the parts. Let's widen our toes. Shoulders away from ears. So let's set them there, belly into spine. Inhale, lift your arms through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One last time. Inhale. At the top, bring your palms together. Exhale, lowering it, your palms to heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Shoulders away from ears, belly into spine, parts are lifted. I just took a moment to think of Dawn, my dear sweet friend. I believe from even junior high. I can't remember her earlier than junior high. Anyhow, for being honest, for telling me she's enjoying watching the videos, but she hasn't participated. I'm actually very proud of those that tell the truth. So I commend you for being honest. I commend you for joining in if it brings you just a little bit of joy or happiness. That makes me very happy. I also commend you if you've done even the one repetition of any exercise, or you sat with better posture. I do want to thank you very, very, very much from the bottom of my soul, in my toes, for bringing me into your house, for giving me a purpose. Again, I tell you about, it's hard to not be a working physical therapist at this time, to be called non-essential. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you very much for your time. From my open heart to yours, namaste.